Bob Turner is a candidate who stands for support for Israel in a way that President Obama has not. This campaign, this race, is a referendum on President Obama's foreign policy and his foreign policy with respect to Israel. President Obama's foreign policy has been one of assailing our friends, appeasing our enemies, and apologizing for America with respect to Israel. In that context, he thinks the start of negotiations is with the 67 borders. That means Israel will not be secure in the future. That's what this campaign is about. It's a referendum on President Obama's foreign policy and his failed foreign policy with respect to Israel. And that's why we have a great candidate in Bob Turner. There's a great group of volunteers. He did very well in his last campaign in this district. And going forward, he's going to be winning on September 15th.
Well, thank you very much. Grimm just endorsed you for Congress, right? So tell me what that endorsement means to you.
It means a great deal to me. Michael has been very helpful to me last year and this when he decided to run and upset an incumbent Democrat. He has a formula that works. He's given me good advice and help, and I'm very grateful for it. He's a good friend.
Okay, now today a Siena poll just came out that you're 6 to 8 points behind, and nothing is even going on right now. What do you want to tell voters that are looking at this and they're coming, they have their views one way or another? What does the 6 to 8 points, mean?
The professionals who I've talked to about the significance of this poll suggest that this is very good news for the challenger, which is me here. I believe that it lays out for us how this election can be won and the steps we have to take. We look into the nitty-gritties of the poll. The details show us the strong points and the weak points, and the public sentiment is on our side strongly. We have to be able to explain it and exploit it positively.
Okay, and what are your views on Israel?
Israel is an important strategic ally and partner of the United States, our only democratic outpost in the entire Mideast. We need to show our solidarity and support of Israel in a more positive way. I think some of the steps this administration has taken of late is detrimental to our relationship and even the security of Israel.
Okay, and the latest with the S&P downgrade, what would you like to change, the first thing, when you're elected into Congress?
The S&P downgrade, which has implications in increased interest rates, suggests that we are overspending. We are overspending $1 trillion a year, and we are on the track toward financial ruin unless we do something about it. I think this downgrade simply recognizes that fact and we ought to pay close attention to it and take the steps necessary to improve our financial situation.
Okay, thank you very much for giving me the time, and thank you for speaking to us. It's nice.
Great, thank you.
I'm talking with Michael Grimm at the Bob Turner event. Now, you're going to Israel?
I leave on Saturday, yes.
You leave on Saturday. How long are you going to be there for?
9 days.
9 days. Is this your first time going to Israel?
It is. I'm very excited. I'm going to be among 20 some odd colleagues. As you know, I'm a co-chair on the Israeli caucus, and my goal is not only to be able to see, touch, and feel it so that I have more legitimacy when I'm advocating for the U.S.-Israeli relationship, but in addition to that, my job is to make sure that my colleagues who come from all over the country understand the importance of the relationship between the United States and Israel. So I'm there to make sure that by the time they leave, they fully support our sovereign Jewish sister state of Israel. They understand why the funding is needed and why we must stand shoulder to shoulder against our enemies as truly brother and sister and allies in arms. And, I think that this trip will solidify anyone that doesn't fully understand why it's so important. So that's what this trip's about.
Okay, thank you very much.